Hello, this how-to guide will walk us through how to create an assessment detail within the iTrack 365 portal. On the left-hand side, we have the assessments module. We will select it. If you do not see this assessments module, please reach out to your iTrack 365 admin for clarification on user option roles as well as security roles. And then we can see all of our published assessments here. If we drop down the view, we can see the active ones, the draft, and some of the views like everywhere else in the iTrack 365 portal. Then we have this Add New Assessment button. If you do not see this either, again, please reach out to your iTrack 365 admin for clarification on your security roles. From there, we will select Add New Assessment. So once the page loads, it will bring up the assessment summary page, which will allow us to create the assessment in draft. So we'll give it a name. We'll call it lifting and hoisting. From the assessment group, we'll select the one we created in previous videos of facility assessments. That will just help group the assessment details. We can select the form business unit. We will select Alberta. You can also select multiple. But for this example, I'll only select Alberta. Then we can select the department. Same idea, we can select multiple. We can then go in this is a text box, say who is assessed by. I'll add my name. The assessed date, we'll select February 1st. We can add job roles, and what these job roles will do, this is a system function, is when you publish the assessment, it will take a look at employees of this job role, and it will give them an acknowledgement task to complete within the dashboard. So we'll select all employees. We can dictate the division. Who's the manager? Is it a critical assessment or not? Which work scope does this assessment cover? Which facilities does this cover? What's the pre-risk of the assessment? Select the risk matrix. So we can choose the risk matrix in our system. So we'll select safety, and we'll say 14. And then post-risk, once the assessment's complete, we can dictate the equipment types that revolve around this assessment as well. And you can see a lot of the controls are very similar. Select the lookup and add what's required. We can give it valid months. We can give it a URL if there's any URLs linked to this assessment as well. We can give it a next review date. So is it 18 months, which means it would be July 1st, I believe. August 1st. We can give it a brief description. Once we filled out the basic information up top, we can then hit save to open up more content. What we'll do here is we'll begin with reviewers. We can hit add default reviewers. What that does is it gives us Raymond and Ryan. Now, what's cool about this is I spoke about this in previous videos. Because we selected Alberta, it will choose the Alberta review team, which Raymond and Ryan are a part of. We can also add reviewers ad hoc. So if we go to add reviewers, we can show all. We can go through our list of people and create them as reviewers. And this will give them a review task to complete once the status of the assessment hits review. Then we'll go down into the approvers section. We can add our default approvers. Again, this will take a look at the Alberta assessment approved team and pull the defaults if you add default approvers. If we select add approvers, we can do this ad hoc. So a lookup will open up. We can search for Darren. Save and close. Now we have the task functionality. So there's two ways to add a task to an assessment. We can go add task from library. We can then look at the library that we have. We can filter by form business unit, filter by facility, by equipment type, by job role, by work scope. Or if we just hit show all, we can then say manually handling and carrying and working at heights, and we can hit save and close. Yeah. Once that's finished, we can actually open up these tasks, and we can see that manually handling and carrying automatically has hazards associated to it. And if I expand awkward movements, so the controls already get populated as well. Now the ones that don't have any controls associated will just be blank. So it's best to keep your control library and hazard library up to date. If you want to do this ad hoc, we'll just select create task. The name we will select is housekeeping. A brief description and hit save and close. Now we can see housekeeping is here. We can go create hazard ad hoc as well. We can give it a name, hierarchy, control, post-risk, pre-risk, all that fun stuff. Once that's done, we can hit save and close. So I'll just go cleaning, save and close. And then same idea for the control. We can select create control, a pop-up will open up, and then we're able to add a control ad hoc as well. Right. With the hierarchy category as we please. And we'll hit save and close. So once we're finished all of this, and we feel like we've created the assessment out in full, we can then move it to the review status, where Raymond and Ryan will get a review task asking them to review the assessment, as well as Eric and Aaron. So now we can see that it's in the review status, and you've successfully created an assessment detail and pushed it through from draft. For any questions, please reach out to support@itrack365.com.